What's up, my kings, queens, and trolls of YouTube? It's your girl, Queen C. I'm sitting out here, I'm waiting for my daughter. I already did one video about acknowledging your crossing guards and stuff, but I started thinking about something else, and I wanted to talk to you guys about this too. When I was young, I grew up in a project development, and basically it was generational. My great-grandmom lived in the same project development, my grandmom, and even my mom. So as a child growing up, even though the projects that we lived in, it was nowhere near as bad as, some projects are, I just knew growing up that that wasn't going to be something for me. I didn't want that to be something generational for me to pass down to my daughter. I wanted something better for myself. Now, my grandmom, she eventually did better and ended up, purchasing this big home that I ended up, moving in with my mom and growing up in. So either way, as I grew up, it was certain things that I was around growing up that I didn't want my child around. I didn't want to raise my children in an environment where, people did drugs and, drunk all the time and all that kind of stuff. That just wasn't for me. That wasn't something, that I wanted to actually subject my children to. So, when I think about it, I decided, okay, I want to move. I want to make sure my children, grow up in a nice neighborhood and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't necessarily grow up in a bad neighborhood, but I'm just sharing this with you to say, like, a lot of times there are people that are living in very bad neighborhoods, and they're trying to do whatever they can to get out of those neighborhoods. They don't want to raise their children in these bad neighborhoods. They don't want, to be in their homes feeling unsafe and wondering if a bullet is going to fly through the window and kill somebody, or somebody's going to kick down the door, rape them, murder them, rob them. It's a lot of people that live in neighborhoods like that. So to you people that live in these neighborhoods and you're trying to get out, or you do get out, I just want to tell you guys that, yeah, there are better neighborhoods, but you got to make sure that the elements that you're trying to leave, you don't bring with you to new neighborhoods. Because now I'm living in a neighborhood, and it's a nice, decent neighborhood, but it's starting to get riddled with certain things that are unsavory. And basically, people are moving into the area, and they're bringing this old baggage and this old mentality with them. And it's like, if you want to move somewhere and have a fresh start, you need to start with a fresh attitude. Like, you can't move into a nice fresh environment and think that that environment is going to stay the same if you don't let go of that ghetto mentality. If you see trash on your street, pick it up. Keep your environment in your neighborhood clean. Don't be loud and obnoxious. Don't be, having people outside being loud and obnoxious in front of your house. Don't be ignorant and disrespectful to your neighbors. You know what I mean? You need to be friendly, cordial, and change that mentality. Because what's happening is, the school systems are being polluted because people are moving from bad neighborhoods, and they're bringing this way of life with them, and they're polluting good communities with that behavior. And I don't think it's anything wrong with wanting to do better, have better, and raise your children around better. If anything, that's a plus. But you cannot expect that if you don't first change your mentality and change your behavior. You got to start from within. When you come to these new neighborhoods and stuff like that, don't bring that bullshit with you. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of people that are moving. And what happens is when people they find somewhere else new, if they bring that same mentality, all you are is a bunch of roaches ruining a nice community. Like, how like you have a home and a roach comes in, and then the next thing you know, you see like 50 roaches, and then the next thing you know, roaches are ruining your damn house because you got all these damn roaches in there. That's the same thing with people coming from bad neighborhoods that don't change their mentality. You wind up tearing up a neighborhood. You wind up tearing up a community and bringing shit into a community that isn't equipped to deal with that kind of shit. You need to come to the community with a change of heart, a change of mind, and just be fresh. Start over fresh from inside and out. Mentality to your home, to the way you run your home. Start fresh. But if you bring in, your child's having trouble in school and she's acting out, she's, being harassed and bullied and getting into fights all the time, and you want to get her out of that school district, you need to let her know, or him, that behavior is bad, and don't bring it to the new place that they're coming. You know what I mean? Don't spread that ignorance into a new community. So when you really start over fresh, start over all the way fresh. Start over all the way fresh. Come to a nice community, show you care about the community, be neighborly, be respectful, keep it clean, encourage your children to do the same thing, be respectful to their neighbors. Don't be so quick to just cuss people out and be nasty with people. You know what I mean? Like come with a new beginning. Come with an attitude to have a new beginning. Because I can't stand, seeing people come into the community and bring these bad habits with them. It's it's messed up. I'm moving, trying to get the hell away from y'all and y'all's bad habits, because I want my children to grow up to be moral, successful people. And you come in and you don't give a damn. You got your kids, they being disrespectful, they don't know how to respect people's property, you know what I mean? They loud, they ignorant, they got people coming around being ignorant. They don't care if they cussing and being disrespectful in front of adults, you know what I mean? They come to the playgrounds, they tearing up the playgrounds and not making it, it's no longer a safe place for the kids to, be able to play and have fun and stuff like that. The schools are being, filled with these kids that are coming from, rough parts of town, and they bringing that bullshit with them, and then they want to, take the same things that they were picking up in their school and bring it to these other schools and stuff like that, and it's not right. If you want, like I said, to have a fresh start, everybody deserves a fresh start. Everybody should live in a nice community. Everybody should feel safe in their communities, in their homes, and in their schools. So to do that, in order to make that happen, you as an individual need to bring a fresh start, fresh mind, fresh mentality into that neighborhood. And you need to make sure you get your children on one accord to have that same mentality. Okay? So that's really what my video was about today. Just talking about trying to have a better life. You can't go somewhere and automatically think the environment is going to be what causes you to have a better life. The environment can help, but only you can ensure that you create a better quality of life for your children. And that way of doing that is like I said, to have a fresh start, even mentally. All right, so until my next video, I want to say peace from the Sea Hive, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to me, and if you want to email me, you can email me at queenkrishonda@gmail.com. Bye bye.